See, this is where I strictly defer. See, Kyrie Irving was condemned and crucified for his perspective, his knowledge, his literacy about his heritage. Now, when I think about Jewish community, when I think about the Jewish community, why don't we never talk about the victim mentality of the Jewish community? Because when my nation of people just recount a historical fact, slavery, we are labeled as victim mentality, having a victim mentality. That's what they say about us. But what about the Jewish community? What about the victim mentality of the Jewish community? Yes, the Holocaust, it was treacherous. Yeah, it was cruel. It was brutal. But there hasn't been more Jewish bodies murdered, thrown in waters, burned, lynched for public eye, for public consumption and entertainment. We never seen that with Jews. But at the same time, it is a historical fact. It is a humanity fact that the greatest act of treachery, of cruelty, of inhumanity is the transatlantic slave trade. The murdering, the killings of children, infants, boys, girls, men, and women, all because of 7-dehydrocholesterol, melanin, pigmentation. Not because of war, because of existence. So there's no way that Kyrie Irving could be crucified for his perspective, his knowledge, his literacy. Because there's no such thing, if we really want to get into the semantics of Semitism, there's no such thing as a Jew-ish. That ending. Either you are genuinely and purely Jew or you're not. There is no ish with it. I can't be a African diasporan-ish man. I can't be a African-ish descendant. I can't be African-American-ish. But it's just the historical fact of the matter. But what is it? That's victim mentality, because every time somebody brings up something about the Jewish community that's valid, that actually has validity, it's fact, it's the truth, then we see the victim mentality of Jewish community come out. So what about the victim mentality of the Jewish community? So now, if for my nation of people who look like me, when we speak about the humanity history of what has happened to people that look like us historically, and we deliver the condemnation, the conviction of the oppression, of the murdering, of the killing, of the lynching, and then the modern day version of all of those things today. If we are victim mentality, then so is the Jewish community. They have a victimized mentality because every time somebody says anything related to Jewish, culture, that means it's new, it's ish, it's a hybrid. So it's not original, it's not authentic. But anytime anybody mentions anything about the Jewish community, here come all the victims. With victimized mentality actions, calling for apologies, calling on the media, dragging everybody into to their insecurity, making everyone a part of their sorrows. But they don't get labeled as victim mentality. But why don't we talk about the Jewish having victim mentality? Because that is a victimized mentality. When you hear something about your people, and then you go on a path of coercion because of how hurt and because of the deprivation you feel, that's victim mentality by definition of every other group but us.